Hey guys, hey Lady Sky. Hi from Houston, Texas. Yogi just wanted to pop in for your live stream. I hope you're doing well. I am doing well. I hope you're enjoying yourself. I hope you're having a good trip. My cat's running into me out me. Literally ran into me out me. Happy Monday. Start of a new week. We had Miss Flipper up. Hey Marlon. Hey Environment, how are you? Mustafa, how are you? I'm one here on the waiting list. Hey Raphael, how are you, my friend? Welcome back. Thanks for being here. Thanks for your support. Hey Joshua. I was just watching one of your videos. Drinking the banana pepper juice with chopped up hot dogs. That sounds absolutely awful. We get this is the amazing energetic Joshua. Hello everyone here. Joshua says really. Really. How do you feel after drinking that? Like any effects the next day? So tonight it's just gonna be a casual conversation with you guys for maybe an hour. What's up, Tiger King? Hey Charlie. Joshua says, you just sit there and enjoy the next thing I drink. Man. Any hints? What's it gonna be? Why are you bothering me? Sorry, talking to my cat. Yeah, so anyway, Monday, Miss Flipper was up this afternoon. Always fun. I love covering A Course in Miracles. And, um, we never really go off topic, but we do cover other things. Today, she talked a bit about Kabbalah, depending on how you say it. What's up, Sniper? I would drink melted peanut butter next. I don't know how that sounds. It sounds better than hot dogs. Sounds better than chopped up hot dogs. Hey, Danny. I'm okay, Tiger King. Thanks for asking. I'm being harassed by my cat. Cat is listening while driving home. I'm glad you're going home. I'm sorry that it's so late. Eat early. Do your breath work. Turn off the TV. Hey Lee, how are you? Sorry, I got to pay attention to my cat. Transcendence versus eminence. Interesting. I guess it depends on um, what meaning we're assigning each. When I think of transcendence, I think of, you know, from studying transcendental meditation. I am not, I don't teach transcendental meditation. I don't practice transcendental meditation, but I've been around a lot of people. My meditation teacher and my teacher of teaching me how to be a meditation teacher uh, were steeped in the practice of transcendental meditation. They went their own way. They did Deepak Chopra. He helped bring to fruition. I don't want to say developed. It's always been in place. Primordial sound meditation, of which I teach and have practiced for a long time. 30 years, I guess, going close to it. I'm pretty good, Lady Sky. Danny, how's the weather up there? Why are you scared, Tiger King? You rehearse, you're talented, you got this. Danny says, so to Charlie. Lee says, Tiger King, don't you ever feel nervous? You'll be fine, enjoy it. Agreed, Lee. So, yeah, when I think of transcendence, I think of shifting from the three stages of consciousness that we're most familiar with. We talked about this with Miss Blipper, which is waking, everyday consciousness, dreams, and deep sleep. And then we have Turiya, which is transcendental, transcendence consciousness, or bliss consciousness. We can do some breath work. Tiger King says, can you believe Anthony Joshua is fighting Jake Paul on Netflix on the 19th? I barely know who Jake Paul is. I don't know who Anthony Joshua is. However, I will root for the person that you want to win. We're going to combine some breathwork and meditation, Marla. Marla, you going to be here for a little bit? The path to the infinite runs through the finite. The sacred is right here within the body. Mustafa says, hey everyone, Eric, sorry I was gone for a few minutes. I'm back again. Welcome back. No need to be sorry, my friend. Hey, so Mustafa, do you have your own spiritual practice? What do you what's your, I don't want to so much talk faith as I'd rather talk practices. Lee says, Danny and Mustafa, lovely to see you. Joshua says, okay. Says hi to Lady Sky. You told me the after effects. The after effects of my drinking that was me and the toilet for like 3 hours altogether. Oh man, I'm almost sorry that you pointed that back out to me. I'm really sorry that I asked that question. I'm really sorry that you went through that. However, man, Joshua's an artist. We all pay the price for our art, don't we? Lady Sky said she's going to sing on the 8th, Tiger King. Hey, Betty. Hello, my friend. Betty, I want to thank you again for your support. Joshua, any regrets? Do you have any regrets? Danny says 42 and cloudy. We were a little warmer. It was about 48 and cloudy. Hey, Julie. How are you, my friend? Julie says, good evening. Tiger King says, thank you, Lady Sky, Lady Sing. Tiger King says, hey, Autumn. Good. Lasting Disco. I have not seen that one yet. I love it. Thank you, Autumn. Going to snow in the UK, huh? Stephanie says, my ask is you haven't hit the like button to take time now to rectify. Thank you, Tiger King. That would be much appreciated, guys. I don't like, well, I don't much like snow. Like, if it would happen and then disappear an hour later, I'd be okay with that. Even a day later. 52 for Odom. Down in Tennessee. I enjoyed your talk the other day, Odom. Fall prep season. 52. It's good November weather. Charlie had a little light snow last night. Charlie, where are you located, my friend? Love Christmas but hate snow. Yeah, that's gonna hinder your work somewhat, right? Hi, Carl. Good evening to you, my friend. Let's see. Or the whimsical says snow looks good, but I hate when it becomes sludge. I agree. I agree. Doesn't take long here either. It's pretty quiet. You get out early in the morning, it's still dark. Uh, there's only animal tracks and few of those. Uh, and this just seems to be a heavier quiet after it snows, or even when it's snowing. And I do enjoy that. Adds a certain atmosphere. Agreed. Fresh cranberries, always fresh, Lady Sky. She wanted to know if I can help settle the debate. Canned cranberry sauce or fresh cranberries? Always fresh, whatever. Marlon says, got any Australian Indian F? Upstate New York by Lake Ontario. Wow. No wonder you got some snow. How far are you away from the Adirondacks? I absolutely love the Adirondacks. Carl says I put a short up and no one commented. I have not seen it yet, Carl, but I'm bringing your channel up now. So that I'll be able to find it right after the live stream. Hey, Carl, you know you're always welcome to drop a link here for anything that you do. You can put up a link when you're going live. Christmas lights, nice. You can put up a link for a short or a video. Environment says, I really enjoyed Dancing God's Grace over the weekend. It was magic. Gotta love those magical moments, don't you? Marlon says, that's snow where I live, Yogi. Simple says, someone asked Tiger King if he wants a cheap Christmas tree. Hey, Tiger King, do you want a cheap Christmas tree? Lee says, I'm sorry, Carl, I'll head over immediately. Tiger King says, you know what snow's called? I'm a celebrity, get me out of here. I do know that show. They don't really have celebrities, though, do they? They have like people that you might have heard of briefly on the internet at some time or somewhere. Lady Scott says, exactly. Thank you, Yogi. Fresh is always better. I think my uncle likes the canned cranberry sauce. Has he ever had fresh cranberries before? Stephen says, nope, but I've been there as a 17-year-old lad for a year. Had a Christmas and summer feel. Charlie says, just a few hours. Love the Long Lake area. When I was a kid, I read, well, articles in National Geographic about the Adirondacks. Really intrigued me. We always had National Geographics. My father had a subscription. He used to love getting it. Couldn't afford a subscription when he was a kid. He was too poor. But he did find copies of it here and there, and he would collect them. When he could afford it, we always had it. I got rid of a lot of them, and I hated getting rid of them, but I needed to. But he had National Geographics all the way from the 1930s. Pretty amazing. And then I read Anne Labastille, wrote Anaronic Woman, and I had to go. First chance forgotten. When I had a car, me and some friends hopped in, and we drove up there. It was a VW Rabbit. First time I saw a moose was VW Rabbit this high, and the moose was this high. Hey, Carl, does Ireland ever get snow? Hey, you ever been to the Finger Lakes before, Charlie? Well, Sampa says, Eric, posted the link in Jason's live stream, 1.3 in the chats. So maybe a few more funnel this way. It would be pretty awesome if some show up and they listen to you, Sniper. Latest guy says yes, but he says the taste is really different, Yogi. It's the taste of freshness. Charlie says I have a handful of National Geographics here. Makes me think of my father. That Scientific American, Discover magazine. Him and my mom used to do the New York Times crossword puzzle every Sunday in ink, never making mistakes. Much smarter than me. I did not inherit their. Don't feel like I inherited much from my parents. Well, curiosity maybe. A love of science, but little understanding of it. Tiger King says, this year's celebrities are a TV presenter, author, and comedy legend, Ruby Rex, never heard of him. OB actor and pop legend, Martin Kemp, never heard of him. Radio DJ and model, Kelly Brook, never heard of her. Brit Award-winning rapper, H. Sports broadcaster, Linus. Angry Jin, I've never heard of any of these people. Jonah McGarty and comedian Eddie Caddy. Have you heard of them before? When I end the live stream, remind me I got 8 pounds of lentil that just showed up on my doorstep. I usually like to buy 25 to 50 pounds to last me for a year, but just a little bit out of my price range right now. Hey, Chris. How are you, my friend? Hey, Cloudy. So what's your blood type? Thick and red. Ladies Guy says they had a debate over it over the weekend, Yogi. I thought it was funny, though. How are you, Chris? Environment says my fellows helped in the fall of the Bastilles. Well, hey, what year was that? Fall of the Bastille? 1800s? Hey, Sil, Bud Files is here. Carl says, have someone helping me get a new phone? Awesome, Carl. Do you know what kind you're going to get? Danny waves to Chris. Lady Scott says, I've been missing your streams this past weekend. Yogi, just couldn't find the time to say hi to everyone, though. I understand. Hey, Cora. Yes. Cora, you can talk to me. Stephen says, I'm a celebrity that sold my soul, it should be called. I'm a semi-celebrity that wants attention. I'm someone who never actually quite made it as a celebrity. Please put me on TV. My 15 minutes of fame is over. Can I have 1 more minute, please? Chris says, doing okay? How are you, Yogi? I'm good, Chris. I'm good. Charlie's laughing. I'm looking forward to our singing. Carl says we're getting it posted to America. You getting your phone posted to America? How come, Carl? Doesn't that make it longer to get? Friends, Brada says, hi, Danny. Namaste. Men's Brada, thanks for being here, my friend. Do you ever feel like everyone hates you? No. But not long ago, a couple weeks ago, I felt like everybody was displeased with me. I felt like I was doing everything wrong. I have felt before like everyone hated me. It's been a long time, though. I grew up feeling that way. And all through my teen years. Oddly enough, that began to change a bit when I began drinking, which encouraged my drinking. Unfortunately, I drank because everyone hated me. It gave me a sense, I thought everyone hated me. It gave me a sense of worth, of I could entertain people. I could relax. But in essence, I was drinking myself away. I was drinking myself in oblivion. I'm sorry, Carl. Do you really think you have haters? Zipper says, Core Bird, nope, never. So what's going on, Core? Hey, Toy Pups. Thank you, Danny. I got my water. I got my supplements here. Brada says, you become one. What do you mean, Men's Brada? I have heard of Spendu Ballet. 1980s. We got some love from Toy Pups. Men's Brada says, you're a strong, thoughtful man. Respect. I appreciate that, my friend. Pop Tarts. Hey, long day for you? No, this is the third one. I go live 3 times a day. Let me bring up Pop Tart's channel. Hey, Toy Pups, so you subscribe to Pop Tart? Is it Pop Tart? Pop Tarts. Miss Flipper asked me my favorite Pop Tart, which of course is brown sugar cinnamon. Hey, you only got 10 more to go. Is anyone here not subscribed to Pop Tarts? He wants to do a live stream. This is his. How many channels have you had before? That's a good looking Pop Tart up there, by the way. He's only got 10 more to go, guys. Only got 10 more to go. Carl says, I named 2 haters today. I'm sorry you think you have haters. Stephen says, my haters don't hate me because they wouldn't turn up here. Toy Pup says, Lady Sky, Tiger King wants to know why his mod status was taken away on Toy Pups, right? It was taken away here because you asked me to. Oh, one of the people watching Spendu Ballet is on Celebrity Get Me Out of Here. Gotcha. Environment says, it's a slow cooked steak day for me. How slow is slow? Pop Tart says, love it, Toy Pups, subbed and commented. Hey, she will help you get some more subscribers too. If you see her go live, make sure you introduce yourself and ask for some help. Did I have any addictions in the past? Yes. That little bit of social drinking turned into a 10-year alcohol addiction, 10-year plus, drinking every single day, drinking to get drunk. I wasn't a casual drinker. I went out. I seldom drank at home. I seldom drank alone. I always told people that I was a social drinker, but I found every reason in the world to be sociable. It's Tuesday. You got to go out and celebrate Tuesday. It only comes once a week. And again, I drank to get drunk. I would start with a shot of tequila and a beer. A few more beers, time for another shot. A few more beers, time for another shot. Every night. I still showed up. Still hit the gym. Still went rock climbing. Still went out backpacking. Still did all the other stuff. But as the years progressed, it became harder. And I drank myself out of relationships. I alienated people. I wrecked cars. I endangered people. I still have nightmares. I think that I've forgiven, right? I think that I've forgiven myself, but I don't think I'm there all the way because I will still occasionally have nightmares. I wake up gasping for breath, cold sweat. I am behind the wheel and I am drunk. It's not hard for me to talk about, but it's painful to talk about. But it's worth talking about because if one person can avoid the mistakes that I've made, I did a few things right though. If anyone wants to know, Charlie says, "Smart, heading up to an animal shelter to look at 3 dogs and see which one will come home with me." That's absolutely awesome. Man, I'd have a tough time between 3 dogs. I'd be afraid I would come home with 3 dogs. Charlie, what are the odds that you're gonna come home with 3 dogs? Semper says, "Hey to Pop Tarts." Oh, you're welcome for the support. That's what we're here for. Of course, says, "I need to let things out." Hey, do you have my email? I'm happy to talk with you. Toy Pups is saying hi to everyone. Chris says, "You're a nice person, Carl." He is a nice person. Pop Tart says, "With 36 years, well, clean and sober here in Ottawa, Canada. I am, man, you got me by 10 years. I am 26 years sober. I don't really count." Toy Pup says, "Will do, Yogi." That's what Toy Pups does. 10 hours to slow cook. Man, that is slow cook. What are the, hey, you're only 4 away, Pop Tarts. Is it more tender cooking that long? Hey, Pop Tarts, congratulations. 36 years is an awesome achievement. I'm always happy to answer any questions about that time and about how I ended up quitting drinking and about the things that I did right leading up to me quitting drinking. Just ask away. Tiger King, I wouldn't worry about it. I wouldn't worry about what Sniper does, what Nathan does. I wouldn't worry about anything. If I were you, you're having a good time, right, in the conversation. So just have a good time, relax. Um, Relax. Let's have some fun, my friend. So I'm here if you ever need to talk, Cora. Chris says, "Carl, I know it hurts. It happens to me also. I just realized it's their project, not mine." Carl's crying. I'm sorry, Carl. Hey, Carl, but you have supporters that will support you no matter what. You have people that stand by you, that have your back. They do that because they love you, Carl. Chris has said, "Carl, it happens on the internet. It is so unfortunate. Yet hold your head up and know you are not spreading hate, and that's all that matters." Carl's got a beautiful channel. He's an excellent live streamer. He's got a video up, guys. New short. If anyone clicks on his link, you can go visit. Top Tart says, "Just hope my subs stick. So annoyed at YouTube. Take my new subs away over every night. It's hard work rebuilding a channel. It's hard work to build a channel, let alone rebuild. You're absolutely right about that." Charlie says, "Yeah, the drinking life is a rough one." Yeah, like I said, for over a decade, basically from around 89, started so innocently, it seemed. Chris says, "Pop Tarts subbed. Awesome." Chris says, "Tiger King, hello, and hello to Charlie. Projection, not mine." Gotcha, Chris. Rensbada says, "Thank you for your open confession." You're welcome, my friend. We have quite a few talks on recovery, sobriety. I've had guests come up and share their stories. Um, it's amazing how many people in A Course in Miracles found it, discovered it, or it discovered them through recovery movements. Let's see. RI says, "I'm in your boat, Core." I'm sorry, my friend. Course says everything I do is wrong. Everything I do upsets him. Who? Poor. We're talking about your family. Let's see. I wish I had a better way of pronouncing your name. Rye? Does Rye work? I grew up drinking too, but not for problems with being drunk, but interfering with cheese sensations. Gotcha. Hey, do you know what? Whatever our body tells us, whatever name you have for your internal guide tells us. Pop Tart says, unfortunately, there is too much hate on YouTube. What I heard is YouTube likes hate on their algorithms. I hope not. Change the algorithms. Change YouTube. I decided to be completely naive about my YouTube experience. If anyone's familiar with Buckminster Fuller and his great saying, dare to be naive, that's the only way great changes are made. Every single paradigm that was ever broken was because someone dared to be naive. Someone stepped up and said, I want to do this. And there was several someones, a room full of someone's, maybe an entire world of someone's that said, don't be naive. You can't do that. You can't change the world. So let's be naive together here, my friend Pop Tarts. Yeah, man, I'm wide open. If anyone wants to make fun of me, I'm an easy target. It shouldn't be a struggle. If if you can't find something funny to say about a 6-year-old bald guy wearing glasses on YouTube talking about weird stuff, mispronouncing words, can't figure out what's going on with his facial hair. Come on, guys. I give you all the stuff. You just got to arrange it. Pop Tart says, Carl, I subbed early to you. Hey, so Cora, how do you feel about the stuff that you do? Cora says, I don't feel like I could be myself. Everything I do is irritating others. Let's unpack that a bit, my friend. Tiger King, focus on having fun. Bryce said, shut up, okay, you're 20. Back in the day. Back in the day, my friend. Hey, medic. Chris says, I spoke to YouTube and they said if someone is causing issues, just block them. Of course, has anyone been overly criticized? Yes. 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 I was ruthlessly mocked as a child, through my teens. As a kid, I had a speech impediment. I had issues with my eyes. Even the teachers. I've told the story before. And it was a nun. Charlie's laughing with the facial hair. You know what? Tonight, for some reason tonight, it's spot on again, man. I'm having a good facial hair day. This morning I wasn't. Man, of course, sorry, can you repeat that? I'm not sure that I can, but we can say something else. Hey, Duncan. I like that, Duncan. A new channel, 6-year-old bald guy talking about weird stuff in his basement. Kind of catchy. I like I like that. I do like that a lot. Pop Tart says I have a friend who is homeless right now, sleeping in the cold. The shelters are full. I gave him warm clothes and a meal last night, but he still drinks. He needs to hit rock bottom. Don't get blinded by that sexy forehead, by your reflection in the sexy forehead. Danny says Yogi is a nice person, and in here that's there's an amazing channel. Thank you, Danny. Medic says it's okay, Eric. If you miss it, I will mock you. You can mock me, Medic. I've known you long enough. Teachers were mean towards me. Mine too. They would have me say things that I knew I could not pronounce in front of a classroom. And again, I went to a Catholic school. These were nuns. Some of them were nuns. Hey, Cora, send me an email, or if you want, send me an email. I can share my number. I'm happy to talk with you. Hey, Cora, always feel free to come here. You can vent, you can let everything out. Know that we love you. Everything you do here is absolutely right, my friend. You are not judged, you are cared for. I am in Columbia, Maryland. Pop Tarts. Home of Edward Norton. I guess that's our claim to fame. It's a beautiful town. I loved it. Brian says, Yogi, why does energy sent from the gut to the groin eliminate attraction for women? That's interesting. In the yogic tradition, I don't know that it does. It's only until that energy gets up towards the throat center, towards the third eye, and towards the crown chakra that it begins to change. That's the whole lesson of Tantric Buddhism as well as Tantric Yoga. Of course, says, I'm okay. Thank you, Yogi. Corey, I hope you are okay. Don't believe the judgment of others. You know, our friend Chris said something very, very wise about other people's projections. Every judgment is self judgment. Every judgment towards you is someone else's projection. They are judging themselves and unable to accept the harsh judgment that they see, so they project it outwards inadvertently. They don't mean to. All of us do it. This is why we practice forgiveness. Forgiveness isn't saying, I forgive you for judging. It says, I forgive you because we have to judge. Being in the body, believing that we are small and insignificant, separate from the source, unable to accept that. Hey, Heavenly Star. Well, it says, now I can barely get to the end of the month myself, so I can't give much, but at least a little. If this worse, how are you, Heavenly? Lady Sky's got to go. Cook supper for my aunt. Good to see you too, Lady Sky. Sniper says, take care and take it easy on yourself, Corbord. Absolutely. Take it easy on yourself. What if people realize how wise those words actually are? Take it easy on yourself. Medic says, it's just so depressing when you put so much effort into creating content and people can't bother to watch it. I agree. But you know what? I don't think it's people. I think it's, for whatever reason, it's the algorithms. Hey, Sonel. Did I see someone say Sonel? Heavenly says Yogi Bear. Maybe dig down towards the bottom, guys. I'm glad you feel better, Cora. Chris says, hey, Yogi, I'm starting to listen to A Course in Miracles Made Easy by Alan Cohen. I have that book. Love Alan Cohen. I hope to have Alan Cohen up sometime in 2026. I can't promise it, but I hope to. It's a great book. It's a great book. Sometimes I think that we need to read. This is the way it was for me. I had to read a lot of books about the Course in Miracles before I could dive in for any length of time. And even then, it didn't last for real long. I picked up Course in Miracles. I don't remember the exact date, maybe 93, 94. I didn't actually finish the whole year through, the whole workbook until 2007. I have a recommendation for you, Chris, that has proven to be a wonderful, not just an introduction, even if you've been doing a course for a long time, um, it can clarify a lot of things. It's a wonderful book. Hey, Jaybird, how are you? Medic says, you repeatedly ask people to visit my channel, and none ever do, so it's definitely. Hey, Saving Grace Outdoors. Let me say it again then, guys, and I'll keep saying it. UK Medic has a premier channel. He has the best, the most perfectly, beautifully, artistically edited videos. In my opinion, some of the best wildlife videos on all of YouTube. You don't have to believe me. Just go check. Go check, and you'll be hooked. Of course, it's that I found you, Yogi. I'm glad you found me too. I love your bird videos. And I love your company. I really appreciate you being here, Corey. Jay says, I'm a member. Yep, you are a member. We did gifted memberships a little while back. Ronald said I had quite a few people help me out when I was homeless, when my car broke down. So I try to give it back whenever I was stuck anywhere I needed help from locals. I picked up all the trash I could. So no, it's great guy. We need more like him on the YouTube community. Agreed. Just remember that the energy of the lower chakras have to reach all the way up. If you get stuck in the power center, then you start using sex as a form of power, as a form of control. You want it to keep traveling up. You can do that through breath work. You can do it through guided meditation. You can do it through practicing specifically Kundalini yoga, but you can practice any kind of yoga. Sorry if I missed some comments. You're welcome, Corey. Chris says, Danny, great things to say. Danny's a wonderful guy. You know, we were talking about some of the negative stuff of YouTube. Guess what? YouTube has Danny. How incredible is that? YouTube has a friend named Danny who quietly shows up in so many people's live stream. He's got a very sly sense of humor, but he's one of the most loving people that I know. Uh, YouTube can't be bad because YouTube has Danny. Corey, no, you don't sound negative at all, my friend. You do not sound negative at all. You sound like someone who is suffering a bit and is looking for a way out of suffering. And that's important. That's how Siddhartha became Buddha. I choose not to live in a house, but I don't say I'm homeless. Oh, yes, we're going to do breath work. Thank you, Cora. So, Ty, I would say don't worry about sending energy. Let it rise naturally on its own. Get in touch with it. Get in touch with the energy. Sense it. See where it wants to go. If it's hurting, it's because it's not ready yet. There's still blocks in the chakras or down teens. I know you practice in Qigong, right? All right, here's what we're going to do, guys. I want to bring up a timer. We're going to do time breath work. And I'll do a little guided meditation as we go. Hey, Marlon. Nope, never mind. I was going to warn you about a bell, but I'm not going to use a bell because I know you want to do some breath work and you asked for meditation as well. So we're going to do some yogic breathing. We're going to do what's called the 3-part breath. Hey, Kat. I was waiting for Kat to be here in case she wanted to do some breath work. 3-part breathing. One of the most powerful breaths in yoga. And it is literally 3 parts. It's called the full yogic breath. This is when what we want to do is put a hand on the chest, a hand on the belly. We want to breathe in and feel the belly expand forwards. And as we're breathing, we continue with the breath upwards so that the rib cage expands outwards. Now we're going to breathe all the way up high into the clavicles, high up in the chest. And then we reverse it from the clavicles, ribs, belly. 3 breaths. I want to explain that before we do it. Then we're going to slide into the easy breath. The easy breath, this is important to have your hand on your chest and one on the belly because we want to be able to sense when we're tense, when we're anxious, we generally breathe up high. But we want to breathe from the belly. We want to breathe from the diaphragm. So when you have one hand on the chest, you want to make sure that the hand on the chest is not moving or only slightly moving, but the hand that's on your belly is moving. Give me a thumbs up when you guys are ready, or if you have any questions before we start. Hey, Northwest, my friend. It is good to see you. Kat says hi to all. Of course, as Yogi, I promise I will be okay. I promise to be strong. I will be okay. But reach out whenever you need to. You heard that highly sensitive people, everyone benefits from breath work. Everyone is doing breath work anyway. Anyway, if you're breathing, you're doing breath work. You're producing a result. The question is it the result that you want? Hugs to you too, Core. Hey, Fred. We are on the air. Thank you for those wise words, Danny. Hey, Parajan. So here we go, guys. We're going to do, give me a thumbs up. Are you ready? Awesome, Fred. Darren gives us a wave. Hey, Darren. As soon as we get a thumbs up, we'll start. I will guide you through everything. There we go. Thumbs up. You take care too. We're going to begin with a 3-part breath. If you're comfortable, put a hand on your chest, hand on your belly. We're going to breathe in through the nose, fill the belly up with air, not all the way yet. Expand the rib cage, let that breath continue all the way up. High up in the chest, as high as you can make it. Exhale through the nose from that upper chest, rib cage, belly. Fill the belly up again with air. Expand the rib cage. High up into the clavicles. And reverse. Clavicles, rib cage, belly. One more breath. One more 3-part breath. Fill the belly up with air. Rib cage. High up in the chest. And then down. Clavicles. Rib cage. Belly. Good. Close your eyes. We're going to do an easy breath. Easy breath. Just breathe in through the nose. Feel the belly move. Feel it push against your hand very gently. Only that lower hand is moving. We're going to do this for 3 minutes. Keep breathing. You don't want the upper hand to move. Your chest is still, the belly is rising and falling. It's not about how deep you breathe. It's about how you breathe. In through the nose. Belly fills up. Out through the nose, the belly falls back like an ocean's tide. As we watch the tide of the breath rising and falling, we're going to introduce the sound of the ocean. That is that gentle ha sound. It's called the Ujjayi breath. As you breathe in, ha. As you breathe out, listen to the sound of your breath. Watch the belly rise and the belly fall. The chest is still, the chest is not moving. That sound of the ocean is relaxing. And every out breath, you relax even deeper. Breathing in light. Exhaling stress. Breathing on light and allowing it to touch every part of your body. And everywhere that light touches, stress, anxiety, fear, discomfort, all of it leaves. All of it is a shadow, and every shadow disappears in the presence of light. Each in-breath, we breathe in light. Keep your attention on the belly, watching your belly fill up with light. In through the nose. You can put your hands down in your lap. Close your eyes. Keep your eyes closed. Nice and relaxed. We're going to introduce a mantra. For those who have your own mantra, go ahead and use it. If you don't, we're going to use the universal mantra of Ram. Ram. And what I want you to do is think the word Ram to yourself softly. We're not chanting. We're not concentrating. There's zero effort involved. Think the word Ram and let it go. Thoughts will come, and that's okay. Notice the thought, smile at the thought, and come back to the mantra Ram. Ram. Feel the vibration of the word. This mantra has no meaning. It's a primordial sound, the sound of the universe itself. Thinking the word Ram, letting it go. Ram. This is mantra meditation. No effort, no need to concentrate, no rhythm, no cadence. When you remember, you think the mantra Ram. When you forget, remember to smile and come back to Ram. Let the mantra go. Continue to sit. Introduce these sankalpas. Sankalpas mean intent. Restful, rejuvenated body. Just think that thought. Restful, rejuvenated body. Loving, compassionate, forgiving heart. Enter that intention. Relaxed, stress-free mind. The last one is lightness of being. And when you're ready, let your eyes gently open. Plant that smile on your face. And I'll see you in the chat. Hey, Bob. Judging by Yogi's beard, it's going to be a cold winter. That's how you tell. Bob, that was funny. Hey, Mr. Something Else, how are you, my friend? Rye, how are you? Fred says, food for thought. If we were to buy Air America, we would go broke. What is Air America? That's an airline, right? You're welcome, Chris. Rye says he's all sweaty. Kat says I wanted to nod off. Thanks, Yogi. Rye is good. I'm glad you're good. So I hope it was good for you guys. Danny says, hey to any friends possible. Guys, are you subscribed to our friend Bob? Hey, Pop Tarts, are you still here? Mark says I'm good. Just put down a wash pitch cheese be running the still in a week or two. Kat says it was good for me. Was it good for you? Yes, it was good for me. Bob says, howdy all, Kent State, just dropping off the film. I appreciate that, Bob. I always appreciate you. Whenever you come in, even if it's just for a moment. Thank you for the happy poop, Bob. Pre YouTube a year ago, I would never ever imagining me say, thank you for that happy poop, Bob. And yet here we are. Cat says, thanks, Bob. Um, if anyone wants their own personal mantra, again, I teach primordial sound meditation. It's supposed to be that, and a breathwork coach is supposed to be my actual profession, such as it is. I'm a lousy business person. I'd rather you meditate. I'd rather you learn breathwork. Um, that's the important thing. That's why I started my channel, told the story. Hey, boss. Oh yeah, money's definitely corrupted me, guys. Hugely. I'm better than you guys. Man, wait until I make even more money. Our friend boss says, you changed the lap rail, money has corrupted you. Absolutely. Money and fame. And it's like I said, it's just going to get worse. I have every intention of leaving each and every one of you behind. I thought you should know right off the bat. This says, Zainab, the Hans mantra for healing, please. What do you mean, sissy? Cat says, well. Thank you, Fred. Fred's a good guy. Chris is laughing. So, Snipe is laughing. Meditation. Cat says, oh my God. Cat, I didn't mean you. Once I'm fully ruined and corrupted, I plan on taking you with me. I hope that helps. We did do breath work, Mark. We did the 3-part yogic breath, and we did easy breathing, easy yogic breathing. Followed right into the meditation. Speaking of meditation, by the way, if you do breath work before your meditation, it's like supercharging your meditation. Some breaths are better than others. Brahmari, the bee's breath, wonderful way to ease into meditation. If anyone wants to learn meditation, the meditation we did here is how you practice mantra meditation. If anyone wants their personal mantra, reach out to me, let me know. It is Vedic astrology. Don't think of regular terms of astrology. This is Vedic astrology. It's a little different. It's actually quite a bit different. Kat says, okay, Yogi, give me a call at 2:45. We'll do breath work. Let's see. You go live at 3. I am up at 2:45. I don't know if I'm done meditation at 2:45 though. I don't really look at a clock until I'm starting to make my coffee, because I try to time how long. Since I boil water, I do instant coffee. And oops, I forgot to take my sleep supplement. So I put the flame right where I think it's going to take me to long enough for me to do my first yoga asana routine. I would listen to any music when you meditate, because you don't want to be dependent on something outside of your meditation. You want zero distractions. You want you and your breath, or you and your mantra. That pole did not want to go down this time. That presents the desert is just about big enough for both you, Eric, and Cat and Jack. I would love to live in the desert. Sissy says a mantra that applies the belief that wherever you lay your hands, healing and growth are made possible. So, like an anchor, sort of freestyle. We could do something like that. It's a little outside of what I teach because with transcendental meditation or primordial sound meditation, any kind of Vedic mantra meditation, you want a mantra that doesn't have any meaning. Now, here's the thing when you are meditating on your own primordial sound meditation, this was the sound this was the vibration that existed the moment that you were born. There's 108 primordial sounds. So there'll be some overlaps, right? 108 primordial sounds. But this was a sound for you. This was a vibration for you when you came from the unmanifest to the manifest, when you came from the formless to form, when you came from nowhere to now here. Yeah, Fred, please keep us posted. I appreciate that. Good luck in your training, my friend. So, Sissy, if you would just do your primordial sound, this is when healing takes place because you're returning to the frequency of beingness itself that pre-exists the body, that pre-existed sickness, that pre-existed anything that ever happened to you as a personality, to you as a persona, to you as an ego. It returns you to spirit, however briefly. Kat says, can we have a pool in the desert? I think my allergies would be better, yes. How about a small, yeah, we can have a pool. I was thinking if there was a pond. Some deserts have little, watering holes. Mark says, I'm going to listen when I do breath work, though. Plus, to learn enough different ones. Got you. Scroll. Sniper says, Eric Sweetie read my script for tomorrow and subliminally reciting. As Sissy says, synced up. Sissy says, home, I am home. So another breath, meditation, mantra, ah and om. In the morning, you meditate ah, the sound of creation, and you start off vocalizing it, breathing in, do that as long as it feels comfortable, and then grow more subtle, breathing in, as long as it feels comfortable, and then more subtle still, and then silently to yourself, the sound of creation itself, the sound of procreation itself. Everything began with that sound, ah. Again, it's the sound of the unmanifest becoming manifest. Ah. Krishna, Buddha, the awakened one. Shiva, Yahweh, the name of every creator. Ah. Jeshua. And you stay with that. Whatever length of time you meditate, that internal ah. At the end, enter your intent, if you are so inclined, and let it bear fruit. let it manifest. This is how you practice Siddhi yoga. Siddhi is the psychic powers that manifest through your practice of yoga and meditation. Um, and then in the evening, we meditate on Om. Om is the sound of that which is created. This is our gratefulness. In the morning, we create. In the evening, we are grateful for that which has been created. We do it the same way. We begin with remember, Om starts with an ah. Oh. Feel the vibration. Then it goes more subtle. Do that as long as you feel comfortable. And then more subtle. More subtle still. And then eternally. And there you go. Environment says we often work to avoid suffering, then suffer working when we could be try enjoying. Nicely said. Danny says, Yogi, this was a great live stream. Thank you, Danny. Danny, thank you for help making it so. I think every live stream is better when you're here hanging out with us, Danny. Mark says, sorry, but email. That surgery was my only chance. I'm upset. Only found a few hours ago. I better go. Bummers today. Need to cry. Mark, I'm sorry. Sorry, my friend. What when you come back next, let us know what happened. Sissy says, Afin says, I know, Sniper, I went from dusk to dawn in a single breath. My apologies. Agape love. Hey, Michael. Yep, you said that once. You said that 3 times. Like, exactly. We'll keep going for about 5 more minutes, guys. This was a good live stream. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Lady Sky says the spaghetti smells amazing, Yogi. Awesome. It's been a long time since I've had spaghetti. I actually used to buy chickpea spaghetti, or as Kat and I like to call it. Kat and Jack, what do we like to call it? I forget. Oh, pre-hummus berries. This says Eric did the most excellent sound exchange, and for that I am grateful. My noisy cat. Sniper, the power has gone to my head. Tiger King says, Eric, when are you going to ask Kat on a date? Kat and I have a date every night. Having salad and garlic bread with the spaghetti, Yogi. That sounds good. It sounds like a full meal for sure. So this is why we made that change, Sissy. Instead of saying chickpeas, pre-hummus berries. How does that sound? Doesn't that sound better? This guy says, yeah, my aunt likes to cook. It sounds like it. I have largely done my own cooking since I was a kid. Someone timed you out. I didn't see who timed you out. I gotta tell you though, it's a risk. If you gave up your mod chip. Is mod chip an actual word? No, you didn't say anything wrong, Tiger King. You're fine, my friend. Sissy says, Tiger King, they're already a cutie patootie couple. I did not know that I was capable of being part of something that was cutie patootie. But hey, I'll take it. I don't know why someone timed you out, Tiger King. I wouldn't worry about it. I. It's been a while since I've eaten spaghetti. Sometimes I buy the is it penne? Is that how you pronounce it? Penne or pen? Penne? So Tiger King, I would urge you, I keep saying this, I would urge you to relax and just keep thinking everything's gonna be okay. Because you know why? Everything's gonna be okay. Environment says, you ever tried Munties? They taste like Christmas mince pies. Not only have I not tried Munties, I've never tried mince pies before. Sissy's falling asleep. I'm getting ready to as well. Oh, Sniper says I keep forgetting he can't read my comments. Oh, I agree. So did I say it right? Penne yogi, good pasta noodles, and easier to eat than spaghetti. I like food that I can. It's going to sound violent. I like food that I can stab with my fork. Thank you, Lady Sky. I did say it right. Imagine that. You know what to say about the blind squirrel or the broken clock? Sissy says because it's going to be okay. It is. Hey, Jack. How are you, my friend? You getting ready to do some skating? Sissy says, so beautiful, sister, Lady Sky. I think most people are nice to you, Tiger King. I think sometimes we read it wrong. All right, guys, we're going to get ready to wrap things up. I got a big week. We started off today with Miss Flipper. I love hanging out with Miss Flipper. We talked all things, of course, miracles, a little bit of Kabbalah, and some other stuff. Tying it all together. Tomorrow, again, I have Mark Landau, who has been practicing and teaching Transcendental Meditation since 1971. He lived with, worked with, and studied with Maharshi Mahesh Yogi, the founder of Transcendental Meditation. Um, he wonderful book on Amazon. He has a forgiveness meditation that he does. He has also did the Whispering Cedar, uh, which is based upon, I believe, Russian or Siberian shamanism. It's an earth-based philosophy that he really wants to talk about tomorrow. We're going to cover all of that. I want him to talk about the subtle realms, the subtle energies as well. He might want to do some breath work. I think he learned breath work from uh, Maharshi Yogi. Then in the evening, the Esoteric Lounge is opening up. Squirrel Sniper is going to talk about the Divine Feminine. Wednesday, Karen Palmer is coming up, and she is known as the Queen, the Universal, the Worldwide Queen of Kindness. We're going to talk kindness and A Course in Miracles. She's a best-selling author. She has a wonderful website, thekindnessrevolution.org, I believe. It's on my community page, upcoming stuff. Also, she specializes in conscious animal communication, how to communicate with your dog consciously. Friday, Corinne Zupko, I'm finally pronouncing her name right. We're going to talk about her wonderful book, From Anxiety to Love, how to use Course in Miracles, forgiveness, and breath work to go from anxiety to a state of absolute love. We're also going to talk about the clairs, clairaudience, clairvoyance, clairsentience. One other clair that I can never remember. I think clairdanes. What other clairs are there? It's the only clairs I know. Claricel. And possibly, I hope, claircognizance. Thank you. You're always reminding me of that, Sissy. As well as the Divine Feminine as well. So Snipe is leading us right into that. Saturday, I have Liz Cronkite, who is been practicing Course in Miracles since 1982, and she had a very profound non-dual experience practicing the Course. She's a wonderful author. I'm reading her autobiography now, as a matter of fact. Kat says, "Good night, Yogi. Good night, chat. I love you. I love you too." Thank you, Kat. So, again, it's going to be a big week. French dressing, huh? All right. So that's the agenda. I hope you guys can join me for some of it. Tiger King. Gates. Watch the gates. Favorite dressing. I don't have a favorite. I don't actually use dressing on my salad. If I go out to eat and there's like, you know, dressing on something, I haven't been out to eat in like 4 years. I think twice since the COVID shutdown. Tiger King. Drop all concerns about Squirrel Sniper. You don't ever have to say Squirrel Sniper ever again. If for whatever reason Squirrel Sniper does not resonate with you, if you have him blocked, then there's no need for you to ever mention Squirrel Sniper again. Ever. Right? You can just let it go completely. It can be done with. You can relax. You can enjoy yourself in a live stream. Last thing I'll say on this, and then I'm going to say goodnight. It never sounds like you're having fun here for very long. Makes me a little sad. I wish you'd relax. I wish you would enjoy yourself. If you don't feel relaxed, if you aren't enjoying yourself, then you might have to wonder, is it actually worth coming here? I wish I could make it so, but if I can't, I apologize. I'd rather you be happy somewhere else. But you are always welcome here. Now, I don't eat out much ever. Not anymore. Not saying that I wouldn't. I generally I don't want to get too far involved in what I eat, but I'll outline it again tomorrow. I generally eat the same thing every day, but I generally love what I eat. I feel nourished, comforted, ease of mind. My diet reflects the same kindness that I want to live my life through. Peggy King says, "Love it here, Eric, all day long, mate. You are better, Eric. Thank you. You're welcome. You are welcome. Eventually, we're all gonna get along. I promise you. In the end, there's only kindness. If there's not kindness, it's not the end. I love you guys. I'll tell you if you pop in tomorrow, Lady Sky, I'll let you know what I eat every day. We're gonna end the live stream for tonight. Got a few things to do before I go to bed. Hopefully before 8. We'll see. 5 o'clock tomorrow morning. Sissy says, "We love you." I love you too. Thank you guys. Take care. Bye, guys.